we can do this together. We can. My show is called Paternity Court. But I often make the statement in my chambers that it could be called maternity court. Because oftentimes the secrets are fueled, planted, grown by the women. Yes, men, you have your issues. As Dr. Perry said, we need you to be present for your children. But if we're being very honest, we have to understand that women, sometimes we make that more difficult than we have to. More difficult than we should. Because what we're doing is we're playing out the dynamics of the relationship using the children as pawns. We don't think about how that affects our children. When a man calls and says, hey, I really want to come get the kids on Saturday, and your answer is, well, we'll see once I get that child support check. That happens a lot. And as a community, we are so ill-advised and ignorant of the law that we don't understand that for a man, your right to see your child is a completely separate legal issue than your legal responsibility to financially care for that child. Meaning, you can be late on your support for 3 years if you got laid off, or maybe you're just being raggedy and need to get yourself together. But the point is you still have the legal right to see your child. And women, it becomes important for us to realize that at the end of the day, it's part about the money, but it's also mostly about the presence of the father in their life. That as disappointed as you can be in the relationship or the man or the lack of financial support, if he calls and says, hey, I just want to take him out for an ice cream or a walk in the park or to throw the ball, you got to understand that that's important. And that your child need not know that his daddy ain't paid nothing. That's not their business. That's grown folks' conversation. And what you don't understand is that when you put that in your boys' minds, then they see their fathers differently. But their fathers are the most direct mirror image of themselves and what they see in terms of the possibilities for their lives. So if my daddy's no good, what am I going to be? If my daddy always comes up short, what am I going to be? If my daddy ain't never around, how can I be found? Our children are lost, and they're confused because we have a part in confusing them. When a young woman stands before me and says, well, Your Honor, I did it because I never knew my father. I don't know what it's like to have a father in my life. Because of the relationship I have with my father, I know what she's missing. I can completely understand how lost she can be without that example of what a man should be, how they should treat you. You know, people laugh at me, but my joke is I get in trouble in relationships all the time because when I come in the room, I want to see somebody smile or something. Act happy to see me, give me a hello, a hug, and don't be ashamed to do a cartwheel into a round off to the splits. Get excited that I'm here because my father has always been that way about me. My father will tear up at the sight of me at 47 years old. And that contributed to my self-worth and my value. So I don't waste time around no man that don't act like he don't care if I'm around. That just doesn't work for me. I'm into men that open doors, men that are men. A man will, I often get this because I have a very strong personality, as you can tell, and I've been accused of not letting a man be a man, and I always say, if I have to let you be a man, then you're not a man, because I don't give you permission to be a man. You are, or you are not. It's your choice. to be the man. I don't. But ladies, while we laugh and while we, get on our soapbox, we have to be honest about the fact that our strong personalities, the way in which we can take over. You know me, I'm like, I am the co-captain of the co-captain. I'm president of the co-captain. Do you know where we're going? If you don't know where you're going, let me know, because I know where we're going, and I can get us there. Got your little hat ready, okay? If they even just try to go to the bathroom and look the other way, we done took the wheel and now we steering. It's important in our relationships, honestly, that we also study the dynamics and meet our mates and our spouses halfway and have the difficult conversations as to what role and what responsibilities we want to have in relationships. So our children don't experience male-female dynamics as such a constant power struggle that they don't understand how to work together. We have to show that to them. We can tell them, we can talk about it, we can read it in books. But if they visually and emotionally and spiritually have never experienced it, they will not know how to manage those things in their own life. They just don't. We have to figure this out. Together, we can do this.